Yes. Wait, there it is. All right, all right. Can you guys stay? Talk, my friends. All right, I think the Lemsford, can you let us know how that's all sounding? Can you hear the music and can you hear the players? Sounds good now. All right. Also, Kelly, I seen that the mimicry up there to look like you were talking, but really not. I appreciate you. All right. Thank you so much, Lemsford, for letting me know there. I appreciate you. You can take inspiration in our next game for helping me out with the stream. All right. So, with that being said, who would like to do a recap? By the way, actually, I have to do the announcements again real quick because we didn't have it. Music tonight is brought to you by the band Eihwar. I have explicit permission from the band to use their music in the streams. So if you like what you hear, please check them out on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you can find your music. They are fantastic. I might be in their top for my Spotify Wrapped top percent of their streamers of it. I'm not a fan. Oh, I really am a fan. I'm not gonna lie. But with that being said, can someone give a recap for Storm King's Thunder? What happened?
Along the way, we were picked up by a what, storm giant or something, cloud giant. I don't remember what kind of giant it was. Who was going to the same destination. So it was a mutually beneficial uh, arrangement, and that's where we're at.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, an old man's told a very creepy story.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And a couple of your members who are not here right now are both cursed. Absolutely. And a random, like you said, a random giant who needs be aligned sort of showed up, said, "Hey, do you guys need a ride?" And you guys said, "Sure, we'll get in the van." And then you guys have been flying in the sky for about a day so far to Golden Fields, which is a sanctuary town of the goddess Shantae. You've been given a job by one, I believe his name is Mordak, or Morak, to go let the family for the Tressum that is currently on Ravi's shoulder, let them know that their family is no longer around. It's been an easy first day of travel. Been fun even. A lot of you have been just meandering about the first floor of the gigantic flying castle in the clouds, which is on the map, by the way. This does look like a wizard's hat, which is the greatest thing of all. It's just a giant tower with a wizard hat on the top of it. The giant, this cloud giant that has been your point of contact, his name is Zephyros, and he is currently on the second floor at this point. He said, flying the thing, and he is a man with windswept white hair, a white, wispy white beard, and a billowy purple robe adorned with gold stars. Just a jolly man, if not a bit, or if not a bit eccentric, like we mentioned. Second day, easy enough as the first. You guys get some absolute great distance while you fly across this thing, as well as having a relatively good food. He doesn't have any people-sized food, or the little folk as he calls you, but the large hunks of food that he does cut down to size for you guys is very flavorful and very almost exotic. Is there anything anyone would like to do on the second day of being in this flying tower?
I am continuing my woodworking.
What did you say the giant's name was?
Zephyros.
Zephyros. Wetzel will go to approach Zephyros, and you seem to have a lot of very exotic tasting foods. I don't suppose you have any of the bones left over from them. I was hoping for something from some kind of creature that would be considered magical of some kind.
Magical bones? I can get you, good sir. And give me 2 seconds. And he rushes over, because the first floor is just a giant living room with kitchen, dinette combo sort of thing in this tower. He reaches over to some of the bones of one of the creatures that he had butchered, and you see that it seems to be some sort of adjacent wyvern style skeletal structure that he just are you going to be able to carry these bones? This creature's quite large.
I only need one bone, if you don't mind, and I'll be able to shape it to size.
All right, easy enough to do. As he breaks down what appears to be part of the wing bones, and hands it down to you.
Thank you kindly.
No, thank you for asking. One last thing, I have to throw out the side of the place when we're above some water, so I don't take out any accidental people and start rumors of migrating bones.
Wetzel just nods sagely at that.
I mean, it's bad enough that my people have accidentally started rumors of migrating boulders.
Where I come from, a completely different dimension, by the way, but there are migrating boulders.
His eyes twinkle when you say another. You don't say another dimension? I've been to a few, but not anyone that boulders are migratory.
Wes just goes and nods, and yeah, boulders. Not every boulder, but certain boulders do actually migrate and move.
I mean, I did go to a place where there were bear crabs that looked like boulders that migrated during the spring.
Wetzel like thinks for a moment, and he goes, "I never checked inside the boulders. I never saw them move, so I don't think that there's things inside them. They just would be somewhere else sometimes."
I mean, stranger things have happened.
Anyway, I'm going to get to work on the thing I was going to do with this. Thank you very much.
All right, you have some fun.
Yeah.
Ken, question.
Yes.
Have I been able to complete my giant-sized trinket for him?
By the end of the second day, you can.
Okay.
Anyone else
I was
doing
just
anything
wondering
on the
if I
second
had
day?
it. Yeah.
Wetzel just
No, I'm meditating. Sorry, go.
spends time cutting this down to size.
So, towards the late afternoon on the second day, there is a bell that starts ringing a little bit. And as you sort of look out, Zephyros sort of looks, can you check the door for me, please? That means that we might have some visitors.
Yeah, I got it.
Just holler if
Wetzel
you
will
need me.
go. Yeah, Wetzel will go to the door and open it.
So there lies the first challenge for you, Wetzel. As you are a small boy, and this is a
Yeah.
very large door sized for a cloud giant.
Yep.
As you sort of look around, you do see towards the bottom left of the doors, and actually there's a small pulley system built in for just this scenario.
Wetzel will he will try just pushing the door first, just to see if he could do it through sheer might.
Give me an athletics check here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's gonna be a 22.
22?
Yeah.
You know, that would work if this wasn't a pull door.
Yeah, there's no way he's gonna be able to grab that handle and then also pull.
Yeah. So you're just saying
So-
that your little legs are like you're because I'm assuming you probably have your claws out of your boots somehow, or like most beastkin tend to do, or your choice.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, he
just
does.
the scrabbling of your claws against the floor, the stone floor, as you're just trying to shove this door, quite well. But hinges be hinges.
Yeah. He's content with the knowledge that he could have if he was on the right side of the door, and then he'll use the pulley system to open it.
Yeah, so it opens up pretty easily. And very quickly, you spot 9 very thin and lightly armored humans riding giant vultures. They land atop the cloud that the castle is sitting upon, whereupon the humans dismount. All the riders wear steel helms that cover their eyes and resemble stylized bird heads. One of them is equipped with a shoulder bag adorned with a smiling face. For those of you watching at home, and for those of you at the party who remember Elemental Evil, these definitely look familiar to the players.
What do you want?
We're here to see the master of this place. We have a gift for them in exchange for hearing us out.
Okay. And Wetzel will leave the door open, and walk inside. You have visitors. They have a gift for you. They want you to hear them out.
All right. I'll be there in a moment. And I'll come down in just a second. Can you entertain them for a moment while I'm just finishing up something up here?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, Wetzel will walk back over to them and be like, yeah, so he's going to be just a little bit. He's finishing up something. Can I ask on what business you've arrived here for?
The leader of it, he's like, we're here to try to forge an alliance with him. There are events in the world unfolding, and we're just trying to hedge our bets, as it were. We're on a mission from our god.
Who's your god?
Oh, that is very, very easy. And without missing a beat, it's Yancy Bin.
Yancy Bin.
Anyone,
does what?
I would say almost anyone but Wetzel could make a religion check, because Wetzel's not from this world.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, why not?
And
Yes.
being forged from the destruction of Mole Master.
Oh,
Do I know who this is?
you immediately know who this is from them saying, not only, yeah, you sir.
I got an 11.
Being from Mole Master, I hear that and it's like my head just slowly turns up to stare at them.
Yeah, middle of your
vague-
meditation, your head just flies up.
Vaguely
Oh,
goose-shaped head looking over.
Yeah.
I'm unfamiliar with that god. I'm sorry, I'm not from around here.
Oh.
Ooh, I do follow Caden Callion, though, if you know who that is, and he taps the symbol of the beer mug on his hat.
I am not familiar with Caden Callion. My god, Yancy Ben, wishes to return a world to a primordial state as it was in the dawn of history.
Ooh, one of those. Okay. I know a few of those.
He nods slowly. We're here not to provoke anything. We wish just to offer our services and a gift to the lord of this castle.
No, I have no qualms.
After a few minutes, Zephyros does come down. His hair seems to be a bit more wild than it has been in a while. His eyes are a bit wider and a bit more bloodshot than they were a little bit too before he went up. Sorry, I was working on some potions, and there might have been some fumes accidentally. So, can you introduce me to our guests, my dear friends that I recently just met 2 days ago?
People we don't want to
Wetzel-
associate with.
Wetzel will like stop, look at Sanguine, shrug, and still give the introductions anyways.
Zephyros nods and excuse us for one moment. He looks to the individuals that have come up, and he just sort of slowly shuts the door in there, like right in front of them, so that way they can't like see in or hear into the castle. And he just looks to council. You seem to know these people. I don't. Especially you, little.
Worshippers of Yansi Bin.
Yancy Ben. Well,
See, I'm from Mole Master.
That the little folks, city that was erased off the map a little bit ago. I see. A bit of tragedy that one was.
I don't condone violence, but I also don't. I'm also not saying to make them, suddenly hit the ground.
Well,
I don't know anything about this Yansi Bin, but I will weigh in that most folk who want to return a world to some kind of state before typically are not the best to associate with.
This is what we're gonna do, okay? Trust me, I've done this before. You're gonna take them. You're gonna throw them off the edge of this thing. I'll hit them with some feather fall. It'll take them a long time to hit the bottom. Well, hopefully no more than like an hour. But then there's no witnesses because they hit the bottom.
You could act like you cast Featherfall and give them a false sense of security.
They have big birds.
We have a big appetite.
Oink.
Points to the giants next to us.
And also the pig.
Yeah, big good. Yeah.
Ultimately, these aren't our guests, though, so it's whatever our giant friend would like to do with them. My vote is cast them off of the castle.
Seconded.
Thirded it?
He just sort of nods. Didn't they say they had a gift to give?
They did have a gift to give.
All right.
We should get the gift first.
Death.
Well, let us see at least what they're offering, and I do appreciate your counsel. You seem to be much more worldly in these events than I've been a bit in the clouds, as it were, lately. He sort of chuckles at that, at his own little joke. But he opens the door real quick. So what was the gift that you said that you were giving? We have this bag of fairy dust that we were going to offer as a tribute to your lordship in the sky. And he says with all of the snake oil salesman vigor that he can, The man or Zephyros just sort of nods. All right, well, let me take the gift, and then we will go from there. And so the man hands Zephyros the smiling bag from his back, and Zephyros just looks. All right, you can leave now. The man blinks. You're cultists, right? Responsible for the destruction of a few small towns and cities. I don't associate that with that, but thank you for the gift.
Is that ethically sourced fairy dust?
The man just looks at you. Yeah, we got it from a fairy named Leaf. Before hopping on his birds and beginning to fly off.
That. I don't know Leaf. Ooh. That's a 9.
You feel that it is very ethically sourced. But
Well,
you,
Google in slime.
yeah, they begin to leave, but as they do, the leader just you hear him say that mumble about a foolish and short-sighted decision from Zephyros.
He's foolish and short-sighted.
But they have left, and then Zephyros looks at you. Thank you for that. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with a lot of the things going on in the world anymore, so I greatly appreciate that. And you know, I'm a little his eyes widen a little bit, a little not in the right state to make, you know, decisions.
Ken, I have a question.
Yes.
The one that was doing the talking, the leader.
Yes.
When you say that they're like on bird-like things, what kind of bird-like things do they look like?
Giant vultures.
Another question. If a flying creature goes prone while in the air, what happens to the passenger?
Well, if they're not strapped in, they would fall off. But you did see that they did have saddles that did seem like they had straps on them.
Oh. All right. Never mind.
It's a good thought, though. I see what you're laying down.
Yeah, I was just going to target the one.
Now there's a real question. Can a snake go prone?
Boo. I wonder if they fixed that in the new DMG.
I really don't know.
That's an excellent question.
And can cats jump in the new DMG for the new edition? These are the real questions we need to ask Jeremy Crawford, because rules is written in 5th edition, they can't. But, with that being said, Zephyros looks at you. Honestly, though, I do feel bad, though, about accepting their gift and then kicking them out. You know, you're adventurers. You can probably use this much better than I can. And he hands you the bag of fairy dust.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Does anyone know what this stuff does?
I know what it does in my area, but let's. And can I just make a check to try and identify what it does?
Yeah.
Is this gonna be Arcana?
Yes, sir.
Oh boy, -1. Oh, an 18.
So you are relatively well read as Wetzel.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that this fairy dust can be used as a substitute for the material component of any enchantment spell 3rd level or lower. It also has other magical effects as well. If a pinch is sprinkled on a creature, random things can happen.
Yeah, Wetzel will relay all that. Also, if you snort it, great party drug, at least where I'm from.
Good to know.
Immediately keeps from
Actually-
Silic.
Actually, this would be really useful. How much is in this? And he'll check over it. How many uses do we have of this?
There is... That is a very good question. Ten pinches, and the bag is actually a bag of holding.
Oh. And pinches of dust. Okay, there we go. Does anyone have any problems with me using a few pinches of this for a thing I'm trying to make?
I don't care.
I don't have a nose.
Is it gonna taste good? What you're making?
So, no, but it will make things I make in the future taste much better.
Go for it.
I appreciate it.
I don't like that smile you have on.
I'm always smiling. It's a quirk of my face.
That's terrifying.
Don't be rude.
I don't like how you're smiling. From the cleric is the best thing that I've ever heard before someone needs to be healed.
I physically can't smile. I find it insulting.
Eihwar,
Yes? What's the question?
as somebody who's more magically inclined than I am by probably a great margin, I would like your help in making this thing.
You're magically inclined?
Not really, no.
Oh, neither am I.
I'm pretty sure you are.
No, I'm arcanely. The arcane.
Falls under, as far as I know, it follows under the umbrella of magic.
Oh, I mean, well,
It's the specific because there's arcane and whatever the other one is, religious magic. Oh wait, I am a little magically inclined, aren't I?
Waves
Yes,
of religious
indeed.
magic
I mean-
inclined.
well, I mean, you got the over to here is the left hand is the arcane, and over to here on the right hand is the god magic. It's the same thing, but it's like comparing a Torm to a Bahamut.
He just
The
nods as
same
if he
thing in
understands.
different fonts.
Regardless, I do believe you have a better grasp on magic than I do at all whatsoever.
I mean, yeah. Well, actually, you know, I think that's pretty accurate. I do have I've held some good magics.
So I was wondering if I could get your help with this. I
With
know with something specifically. I know the groundwork, but I don't know all of it. I'm trying to make something that'll capture the essence of the creatures we defeat.
So, it's just
Any-
like, do you just want extraction, insertion, or creating?
It needs to be able to catch the essence as it leaves the body of something we've killed, and then I can then use that later in our meals.
Now when you say essence, you're not trying to like capture souls, because they have a thing for that. There's a coin and a deal, and that's just no place you want to go down that.
Not as such, no. It's more of capturing the energy that's leaving the body that's not the soul.
Oh, yeah, all right. That seems pretty. That seems like an ethically good way. Like if you're gonna have to kill an animal, you might as well use everything. You know,
Wetzel nods
versus
at that.
just part of it. You know, that's good. I could make myself some fur boots, and I wouldn't feel bad about it. Anyways, so what are we gonna go catch some butterflies? What do you have in mind?
No, so I've got this bone, and he holds up the bone that he was given earlier that he's now shaved down somewhat to size. I just need to shave it down a little bit more, and then we're gonna carve some runes into it, and then lay some of that fairy dust into the runes. And then the arcane part is where I'm gonna kind of fumble. There's some words of power that need to be spoken as it's being carved and such. Energy needs to be put into it to carve out the energy channels. I don't know how to describe it. The magic pathways. And then that's it.
Do we have somebody that can carve?
Me.
Oh, okay. That's
Yes.
all right.
I can do a great many things.
And do you already have the 10 fairies that are needed that you said? We've already got that?
I've got the fairy dust, and he holds up the
Oh.
bag.
Sorry, fairy dust. For some reason, I was expecting 10 little flying creatures coming in to, like, shake their booty and drop the dust.
I think that was a fantasy of your own making.
Yeah, maybe. Her name was Tinkerbell. I don't remember. But, yeah, just a little shake and a little
Happy
go dust.
revision.
Wait, what? All right, so, what am I gonna... You just want me to one hand or two hand your bone?
Only one hand is needed, but if you want to make sure you've got a firmer grip, 2 hands is fine.
Yeah, might be better. Yeah. Yeah, this is, really... I can't do it. I lost it. I was trying to keep
The
it.
bailout.
Yep.
Ripcore.
Yes, yeah, this is very good. Nice. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe we just put some lines. We'll go here and up around here. Hey, 1 second. Consult my book. Check my book. Oh yeah. Yep, I was right. And yeah, I'd have a better one, but it's stuck up here.
That's all right.
So, sorry. But this is pretty. Yeah, this should do what you want. And as I'm just like kind of rotating it and just drawing like the arcane line sigil, like the markings that you need to be able to run with the runes that you've already carved in, and then kind of like use that as the as you said, the pathway to between the fairy dust and then arcane magics to go in and then be able to basically go in and then make the thing magical in nature.
And then, Ken, for creating this, did you want us to make any kind of checks? The book that I'm running off of, typically you have to buy these things, but I was just looking to make my own.
I mean, this will be I'd say this is like I'd say an Arcana check with help.
Yeah. So go ahead and make your Arcana check there, Eihwar.
Elithar, your Arcana check.
I'm sorry, you said Arcana check with help, so I thought that
With advantage,
Wetzel
yeah.
was rolling. I apologize. That's why I was just staring off. I was waiting to hear Wetzel roll. It'll be a. Wait, why is that saying? That's sitting on an 18. Why is they trying to tell me that it's a 4? That's super weird. All right, well then I'll just go with the other one. It's 17.
Okay. Wetzel, you are able indeed to get this item that you're attempting to make.
I can start making magical foods for us now. We just need to kill things that are high CRs.
Oh well. Ooh. Oh. You know, I just realized we're up here with a cloud giant. Yeah, I don't know why. It just popped in. For some reason, we're in a really big carriage hauled by really big horses.
I don't trust whatever magic you're making in that thing.
What? No. Just no. We gotta do some other magics. Hey, maybe we can ask them for some, but maybe we can just go look around, find some like toenails or like thumbnails or fingernails, little pieces here and there, enough that'll go inside of a potion bottle.
Oh my god,
And,
you're trying to raid his nail clippings while you're here.
To make potions.
I
of
mean,
giant strength.
that's all you need is the nail clippings, right?
To be fair,
No, I
alchemists would pay a shit ton of money for any of these items that you get.
So would I be able to, with the assistance of some people, maybe go on a scouting mission for toe and fingernails and everything we can get?
You can certainly look. He did say that the second floor is explicitly off limits, and you're fine to do anything that you want down on the first floor, but to go up into the second or higher he has explicitly forbade it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can find some down here. You never know. Sometimes you get that hangnail, you gotta take it off.
It's a living area. We all know that stuff happens in living
Yeah.
areas. You clip your toenails where you want. It's your house.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check or investigation, your choice.
Oh, definitely going with investigation, because my wisdom is horrible.
I'll give help with that.
Thank you. Well, 17.
17, all right. As you sit there and look, you're able to find one clipping of a toenail.
How large a clipping are we talking about?
Not large, but large enough that an alchemist would still probably pay some pretty solid prices for this.
And then, since I wasn't here, by the way, question: did they say how long the ride is from here to there?
You have about one more day.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Says the
wrong?
cleric.
Oh no, the cleric fell.
Yeah.
You found the one part of Cloud that wasn't solid in the castle.
Lyric just. Oh,
He
did
just
I theoretically survive a fall?
Is that something we really want to test?
it's still impact that would spread you out.
Yeah, because you don't have the ability to reform per se at rules as written. It's a fun thought.
Fun in theory, not in practice. Okay.
Get yourself a ring of regeneration, shove it in your body, then jump and let's see what happens.
Honestly, that would be the funniest thing for your character is a ring of regeneration.
Because I wouldn't stop generating.
Just put a spigot in you. Just put a spigot into you, and you just be a self-refilling potion keg.
Oh god. Just like 5 minutes into it, just oh shit. No, I dropped one of my miniatures that I'm painting.
Ah. Anything else for anyone else during the day? Zephyros is just sort of, all right, I need to go back to doing what I was doing. We're almost at Golden Fields. I think by tomorrow morning we'll be there.
What were you doing?
Well, first off, I was working with some potions.
Ew.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
would you mind help with the potions?
No, I have it. Who do you think supplies alchemists with the potions?
I am a potion.
I know, and that's the one problem with you helping is potion miscibility, as it were.
I have a question. Yeah, you're definitely probably a little more skilled at giant potions than I am as a, well, not a giant. Um, if you shoved one of your magically charged nail clipping, toe, big thumb, yeah, whatever, it doesn't really matter, and you shoved it inside of this guy right here, what would happen?
I'm looking very confused.
Probably nothing good.
You just wouldn't be strong, or would he like turn into a blob giant?
I mean, it could transmute his entire form into something that it shouldn't be, like purple worm venom or something like that. I heard about that happening once to someone. They drank a potion while under the effects of another potion and ended up just being good or bad.
Ravi all of a sudden gets a 1,000-yard stare.
Sir, you're very calm for being an alchemist and seeing something that's literally a living potion.
Well, that also helps that I'm also in the stratosphere right now, so that also doesn't hurt.
Ken, at this time, do I have my little charm made for him?
Yeah.
I will go up to him and give him the charm, which for me, I probably have to hold with 2 hands, but, you know.
Oh, thank you so much. This is wonderful. What does
You're
the charm?
welcome.
What does the
It's,
charm look like?
I have actually shared it in the chat before.
Before you see that would bother me, but I'm high as a kite right now, so
I'm copy the image and repost it. That's what it looks like. It is a Celtic sailor's knot. Sailors would use them for good luck and safe passage on voyages.
He smiles. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Well, I thought it would be helpful.
I am never one to turn down a little bit of good faith.
Sir,
Little good luck charms. Us sailors are a bit superstitious, you see.
And that, yes, yes, potion?
oh, Blob can look offended.
I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Now, see, I'm willing to make a trade with you if you're willing to make a trade.
I mean, we've been good friends so far.
How about a bit of me for a bit of you?
He blinks. Blinks again. What?
I'll give you a little bit of me for you to do some testing on in alchemy in exchange for some of your toenails, or fingernails, or any sort of nail.
No, that's an odd request, but I do understand where it's coming from.
A bit of me for a bit of you.
I mean, I'll just give you the trimming. I don't need you.
I'm looking for good faith, trying to make friendship here.
I thought we were already friends.
Okay.
Why else would you just accept a random stranger's invitation to jump into their flying castle to a destination that you're not exactly sure I'm actually going to, and go with me?
Because I'm not entirely sure that I'll die from the fall, and the rest of the party is the rest of the party. They're them. They kind of do their own thing.
Mutually beneficial travel is always a wonderful motivator.
I don't know. I think he's my friend.
I mean, I made him a good luck charm, so I think
Yeah, that's
that
pretty friend.
shows where I stand.
I mean, I am absolutely here to be all of your friend. It's just... Did your parents ever teach you never to trust a man in a white carriage?
I don't have parents.
I don't know my parents.
Ah, the adventuring sort.
My parents were a delight. They still are. Oh, I miss them.
Oh, I made myself sad. Great. Now it made me sad because I don't have parents.
I mean, you have a creator, don't you?
No, I kind of just appeared.
Well, that's being created. Well, I'm sorry that you are. I'm sorry that you're sad. That makes me sad that you're sad.
I'm trying to be fair and establish a trade. What would you trade for part of me?
Why are you?
I'm selling my body to you.
Why are you insistent that I sell, that I buy part of you? Like, I'll gladly share what I have. It's just really odd you're trying to sell your body to me.
I regenerated. Don't worry, it's fine. I think. I don't know. I'm trying to be helpful and friendly. I'm not good at this shit.
You're definitely being friendly. I still don't know why the body parts, though.
Because it's a living potion.
Well, I mean,
To me, it kind of sounds like he is just as curious to know what would happen as he would like some of your toenails. He just wants to know what would happen if you experiment on part of a living potion, I think.
he just sort of. I mean, that's an interesting thought. It's just a weird thought having another living thing part of. I think I need to retire for the night for a little bit.
Eat some orange slices, that'll help.
You know, there's a much easier way to figure that out.
I think we
Alright,
let him sleep.
No, he can go to sleep. Wetzel, just bite him and swallow what you bite off. We'll see what happens.
No.
Oh, that's where you draw the line?
I'd much rather be experimented on than eaten.
That wouldn't be the experiment.
No. Don't eat me. I can't believe I have to tell you, don't eat me.
I turned to the giant and just put up a hand and go, rest well, we're gonna be debating this for an hour.
He just sort of nods and sleep well.
Make sure to sleep with one optical sensor open.
Think of it like this, okay? We have magical food coming soon. Let's say that we all have breads, rounds. And we're like, wow, I really wish I had one of those red candy jellies that you spread over the bread. And you come out of your tent and say, hey guys, I'm here. You got your knives? We all put out our knives and we just take off a little there and spread it over the bread, eat it.
No. You're not eating me with toast.
Joe, what you're saying is, though, is I could cut off half your body, shove it in the lab, and experiment on it by shoving things into it, dumping different chemicals to see if it melts parts of you away or does really weird, gross and stuff. They all come out of it, and we can do that. And then at the end of every day, shove you back into the little locker. Your body parts you give up never gets to see anything again, but it's sentient. It gets to feel all the pains for years and years and years. So you tell me, is it better to have a friend eat you or a stranger experiment and hurt you for hundreds of years?
Experiment. I can turn off my pain sensors. I don't want to know that I'm being digested in someone.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with like a logical response so much as like a prey response. It's nobody wants to be ate.
I mean, if we get stuck somewhere in the snow and you guys have to take a bite out of me in order to survive, it's okay. I've had a very good life. And I would like to at least give something to somebody that would appreciate it. I wouldn't let my son eat me. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you're old and have that feeling within you at this point. He
You
is
have-
like 3, what? Right?
You have the
3?
texture of an old shoe. How old is the destruction mole master?
Recent.
I'm like 4 months old, dude.
Yeah, there you go. He has not lived a long life.
There's a veal joke in there, but we're gonna jump over that. Whoa, 4 months. Well, sorry. What's the question? What are we doing? Are we all just standing around?
If I was thinking about the possibilities of using some of this pixie dust again along that toenail that we just found to make a potion to try and give my pig steroids.
Yes, let's give
That's
the pig
a
steroids.
wonderful idea. Let's give the pig steroids.
Pig just looks at you a little confused. Oink.
Bigger oink.
We have a druid. We don't have a druid in the party. I didn't say someone awaken this pig.
Can always find a scroll of awakening and try and use it.
True.
Or a druid who will cast it for a cost.
That too.
Or a druid that'll just cast it, wondering what the hell's wrong with this pig.
Pig just joins.
All right,
in the
moving on.
conversation. Oink.
Turns out he was speaking in common. It's just he's saying oink.
He's already awakened.
That'd be the biggest, best plot twist ever.
All right. What time of day is it? I'm ready for bed.
It is getting towards later at night.
I'm
Yeah,
ready
we
for
should
bed.
probably rest.
Am I adhesive?
Why do you have all these questions about yourself?
Because I'm 4 months old. I'm still questioning the world.
I'm still learning how to live, okay?
I'm just a baby.
Alright. So if you guys are going to bed, that's something you absolutely can do. No one's stopping you or keeping you up besides yourselves.
Is there any more books around?
Not that you can see down here.
You said the second floor is off limits, right?
Yes, second floor is off limits.
Ooh. I'm just gonna continue reading that single book that I found last time.
Okay.
Yeah, Wetzel will just get ready for resting.
Okay. So you guys are able to, rest and relax for the night, and as you do, dawn breaks the next morning, and the smell of burning food lights up the morning.
Burning or like just cooking?
Cooking would be too generous.
So we've already been on her 2 days. Have we smelled breakfast before, or is this an entirely new thing?
New thing.
Okay. Yep. Smells like fried eggs.
That's some really fried eggs.
Looking around, does it look like that smell is coming from upstairs?
No, it actually looks like it's coming from the little like wood stove area down here, and it is. You see Zephyros. I'm sorry, I was trying to cook something nice for you for breakfast, and oh dear. As there is a small inferno coming from the wood stove, which size to the giant is indeed a small inferno for you.
Yeah. Wetzel will rush over and see if he can help. He does have proficiency in cook's utensils.
Give me
See if
a
he can help save the meal at all.
yeah, give me a check.
Okay.
Could I
What?
use... Oh.
Okay.
No, you go.
What stat am I running this off of?
Usually cooking is performance, but if you can argue anything else,
Okay.
I'm always for that.
Well, so I'm proficient in cook's utensils, but not proficient in performance. So do we want it to be a charisma that I'm proficient in?
Sure.
Okay. And then what were you gonna say, Eihwar?
Could I attempt using a prestidigitation fire play, which is basically to this is what they call it now in D&D. I didn't realize I took the 2024 prestidigitation. It says you can instantly light. It's the same thing. Light, snuff, a candle, torch, or small campfire. Could I drop a few to start at least bring down a portion of the fire so that way we all don't die?
Normally, if this was a normal sized fire, yes. This is a wood stove the size of, like a bus.
No, totally. So if I can like adjust the slight mirror that's on the outside and just strain like I'm doing something and I'm bringing just one little flame curl down, the rest is still out of control, but I'm helping.
I mean, yeah.
So that's what I would like to do.
If you guys can't do anything, I can put it out. Like, just put it out. But I want you guys to see if you guys can save food.
I am burning my inspiration I had because I had rolled a 2 on the die. But with that, I got a 21 total.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. You're able to. Well, saving breakfast is a bit of a stretch. It's because by the time you got to it, the inferno was raging pretty good. Charcoal briquettes are a little closer to description of what was made. But you were able to save enough for you to eat that it wasn't to that level.
Yeah. We're not eating solely charcoal today.
Yeah. But he looks at you, he's like, sorry, I was trying to cook some bacon. Why do they call it bacon when you fry it? And why...
I immediately start looking around for Surlyungus.
The pig is sitting there just looking around.
Okay. Just making sure.
I would not eat your companion. We've had a wonderful conversation last night.
What'd he say?
Well, I'm really not allowed to tell you.
I just look over. I look over offendedly at Surlyungus.
He just looks back at you with placid, almost bovine eyes and just says, oink.
I squint at him.
He squints back. All right. I
Yeah,
think,
when the giant said that he can't say, what's like did that face where he like put his hand to his mouth. It was like, oh, because he's like, oh, the pig was gossiping about Ravi.
And on that note, why don't we take a quick 10-minute break? That way we can fill in Silic on what's gone down, and then come on back. So they're not just jumping into random.
Tomfoolery.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Uh,
Burning breakfast.
I will be back in 10 minutes,
Receiving-
guys.
Yeah.
Quattro, and we're back. Welcome back. You guys wake up the next morning. Place is on fire. You guys are able to put it out, help out and save the food. And Golden Fields starts to come into view. At this point, Zephyros points out to a scrying mirror that shows the outer world zooming by underneath. This is Golden Fields coming up very, very soon, and now just it looks actually quite nice. The greenery is beautiful there. And by the way, because I forgot to give it to you before we went on break, you do hit the checkpoint for level 5.
Ooh.
Yay!
I did so
Level
much to
5.
accomplish this.
Level 5.
Sir Leoncus's muscle definition looks a little better.
Would bestow curse count as a violent action?
Curse? Like, if it's a curse to cause you pain and suffering through damage, like you waste away sick and your fingers start falling off, I mean, that's a curse. Bad one. But what if you just curse them to have a wart on the end of their nose?
Yeah, in my opinion, it would depend on the curse you're doing. Because I know Bestow Curse has like a set curse or a few set curses. Then it also says you can work if you're damned for it. If you curse somebody to believe that trees are ambush predators, no, that's not violent. That's just very unfortunate. They're going to be afraid of any forest they're anywhere near.
My favorite
But,
one is... as I say, my favorite one is cursing someone to stub their toe every morning.
And see, that causes violence, so I can't do that.
Yeah, if it causes direct harm, I do think it would count as causing violence.
You could always curse them to only have 1 square of toilet paper every time they go to the bathroom.
That's a fun one.
In combat, the target must succeed a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns, or be forced to take the dodge action for that turn.
Yeah, there you go.
I really like that one.
Yeah, that's non-violent.
Curse of
My
Dance.
level 5 was
You
so
can
easy.
convince them. No, for the curse is that they get a bookie that they owe money to, but can never pay it back. But the bookie wants the money, which is why they'll never hurt them. So that way, when they're dodging, they can also be dodging their bookie.
I just
How
had
could I feign
I just had a
death?
nightmare flashback of you just bestow cursing someone to just have a semi-permanent Tasha's hideous laughter, and I just got scared.
Me?
Yes, because I can't save Tasha's hideous laughter. Yes, you absolutely can. Silic.
Yeah, Ken uses my Styx Fire Seeker spells in a different campaign.
Yeah, so anything that Jask makes content-wise tends to have the universal green light in my campaigns, because
Does,
they're always very well balanced and fit thematically into a world.
does tongues work on animals?
No. Unless the animal
Okay.
has a language it can speak.
So, just out of curiosity, because I think it might be hilarious, the D&D 2024 rules,
Okay.
they have made Speak with Dead also a wizard spell.
Wasn't it already?
No.
Okay.
would you care if I took it?
No, go for it. That's my favorite spell to interact with that no one ever takes.
Okay. Good. All right. Thank you.
Yep. Just don't be.
I have reached level 5 of fighter, and now I'm going for my rogue after this.
Just don't be upset if it's very literal, like the movie, for the To Speak with Dead.
Maybe that's how I finally find somebody else old like me, and then we can play Dragon Chess together.
Yes. Let me know when everyone gets their character leveled up, and we will go from there.
I'm gonna have to do the Stokers. It's the only one that I have already a bunch of assisting spells. I need something to do some sort of defense. I'm also genuinely mad. I have to take Spiritual Weapon. Like, it's an always prepared spell for my class. And I'm like, I don't want it.
Just don't use it.
I'm not going to.
Or you don't have to use it to hurt people. Could always use it to hit objects.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
always.
yeah, true.
You can always just, also work with me and find a replacement spell that is always prepared for you. That's thematic to your character.
True.
You could reflavor it into looking like a pillow, and not saying that you smother them to death, but just before they fall over, you give their pillow, just catches them after they die, so that they just fall on a pillow.
Honestly, I'm sort of really loving the idea of you always having, instead of Spiritual Weapon, having Large Reduce, because that it mimics a potion effect. You are a living potion, and it's the same spell level of the of Spiritual Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a combat buff instead of a
Mm-hmm.
attack.
Okay. I'm down for that.
Because I was like thinking, I'm like, you're a living potion. Like, there's a lot of different spells that have the same effects as potions. I'm like, what is one that fits that spell level that is not offensive? I mean, technically, you could also do Dragon Breath. Would be another one, but that's not a cleric-y spell. But I know in Large Reduce, I think some clerics have it. I think knowledge clerics do.
That is not a wizard spell. I cannot throw that on D&D Beyond. Oh well.
But is everyone leveled up and ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I know Ravi has one. Silik, you good?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. All right. So now, as you guys see, looking down, you see the town of Golden Fields. And town is a very interesting word for it because it is not indeed a town. Well, yes, it sprawls out in a village-like shape, while it also looks upon, for all intents and purposes, I'm going to share a map too as well. For all intents and purposes, it is mostly farmland, and it is a large amount of roving fields and other stuff. As I open up the chat and see some of those gifts that, out of context, are
Don't worry about it.
All right. So with that, you guys sit down. And by the way, if you look at the scale on that map, that is 1 to 2 miles for this. This is not... There's a reason I don't have a map for this one. And I have not been able to find a map on the thing because it's so damn big.
Oh, it's a big one. This is, I think, the biggest of the towns you can go to.
But it does have a sturdy outer wall going around. There is... you see the walls inside of it are full of farm fields and other wondrous things. You see carvings of full-bodied women all about the area, all cradling cornucopias. The gatehouse seems to be a fortress of its own right, and you guys land just outside of the sanctuary city. Zephyros looks at you. Well, it was wonderful having you here. I actually realized I went to the wrong place. I was supposed to be in Bryn Shander. But you guys have fun. It was great meeting you. Hopefully we meet again.
I give him a nice thumbs up.
Safe travels, and thank you very much.
Hey, not a problem, not a problem. Thank you for flying, Air Zephyros, and have a wonderful day. Also, make sure you have everything, because I'm not coming back.
Wetzel will look over, make sure that he has everything before disembarking.
You guys have everything if you choose to have everything. If you willingly choose to leave someone, that's up to you as well.
Oh no, Silik.
I'm right here, dude. Right here.
Silik, by the way, your a little snowflake has been burning a bit more and more this morning as you've been flying. And by the way, you will also lose 1 additional max HP.
Again?
Well, it's been another day of rest.
Yay.
So, with that being said, what's going on? You guys are just outside the city gates. You see that yet again, that gatehouse is a fortress of its own. It is gargantuan. You do see that there are guards are sitting there, and you see people are coming in and out in little wagons and all that stuff, and the guards are checking everyone and waving people in, and they're hardly turning anyone away.
Yeah, well then we'll approach. Hello.
Hello. Name and appointment. As you see, this man here is dressed very regally for a guard. He seems to have like pretty much officer's clothing. A large sword set on his hip, very ornate, a fancy cap, and his outfit seems to be, or his uniform seems to be immaculate in nature. The other guards seem to be not as well put together, but still relatively very presentable. And you do see that there is one priest as well that seems to be in the guard uniform. He looks at you. Good to meet you. The name is Hantinus Tarm, at your service. I am the Gatehouse Castellan for Golden Fields. I am At your disposal. What brings you to this town, my good friends?
Wetzel kind of looks over his shoulder because he was blackout drunk for whatever it was that we were coming here for.
Ken, what was the name of the person?
Yeah, I can answer. We're here to find a magical key.
No, we're here to also find somebody else.
The Zelbrins.
Yes. We're looking for Zelbrin. As I stand there petting the Tressum.
I mean, I don't know a Zelbrin here, but I mean, you're more than welcome to enter. I just do need to know your names, so I can write it in the ledger to know that you have arrived in the city.
Wetzel Zufall Klepper, Margrave of Summerfield.
He nods, and you see he pulls out a very overly plumped quill and starts scratching it on some parchment.
Ken, just because I think this is like the one chance that somebody might pick up on it, does this character know about a lot about like royalty status and how they're supposed to like heraldry and all that stuff, how they're supposed to do introductions and such?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so that person would probably find it weird that he saves Margrave of Summerfield for the end. If he was doing a proper introduction of himself, as you're supposed to by like customary standards, it would be Margrave Wetzel Zufall Klepper of Summerfield.
Good to know.
But he saves until the end to say Margrave of Summerfield.
Good to know. His eyes quirk at that. And he just sort of raises an eyebrow looking at you expectantly. Not going to dive into it if, you don't at this point, but he just sort of lets you give the option of filling in the blank should you so choose.
Seeing that moment, Wetzel will, just because he's a talker, he will just kind of go, in my opinion, who I am is more important than what I am. So the who comes first.
He just sort of, not quite understandingly nods, but like just sort of, okay, you're one of the eccentric types, and nods and moves on.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question.
Yes.
How close is Goldenfield to, say, the coast, where I am more well known?
Not at all. This is a landlocked area.
Good to know. I don't have to go by a false name. Then I will introduce myself. I'm Robbie.
He writes it down. As you're seeing this too, by the way, or as you guys are giving your names, there is one of the actual competent guards are you see off to the side, checking wanted posters that are in the known area to like your faces to the side.
E.
It's another E.
No, just one E. You weren't looking at me and paying attention. Now, do it properly.
He blankly just looks at you and then with a deft hand scratches out the two E's at first. E.
And then you're gonna do it's L.
L.
E.
E.
T.
T is in Thomas.
H.
H is in Howard.
Oh, come on now. That's a horrible H. Redo that.
He looks. Finish your name, good sir.
A.
A.
R.
R. Okay.
Yeah, like what a pirate says. R. Okay, that's my name.
All right, and Any last names that you would like to give, sir?
Well, I mean, I can give my last name. A lot of people's last names. Which last name do you want?
He looks to Silik for the next one. What's your name?
Silik.
Do you know how to spell that?
What do you mean, do I know how to spell that? Yes, I know how to spell my own name. And she'll like mumble a bunch of random like letters and then be like, that's how you spell it.
He just sort of.
I thought Silex started with an X.
It's silent, I guess. And he crosses off what he was writing, what he was sounding out phonetically for Silik, and then you see him very clearly write an X first.
She'll look to Eihwar like that doesn't look like how it's supposed to be because she knows what it looks like but doesn't know how to spell it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what are you doing there? Do you not know how to use what kind of grammar is that? Who taught you how to write like this?
Yeah, who taught you how to write like that?
This man, this highborn individual who has this ceremonial position, who is very full of himself, has about had it. You can just all go in.
Thank you.
What was that sound? That sounded like a garbage disposal with a mouthful of phlegm.
What's a garbage disposal?
I am offended, sir. That was me breathing.
Ken, I would like to cast Charm Person.
Okay.
No, put that down. Not you.
Me too.
I had a plate that... You put that down, too. Stop it. 1 second.
It's a DC 16 wisdom save.
He fails.
Okay. You
That is not
know,
food. It is
you
paper.
should be nicer to us. And we will accept your apology if you give it now, as you should. And correct the letters, and I'll give her full name and spell it out for him. And then you make sure you very nicely take their names too, and you write them down, and you be very nice about it. Right?
As you see him like nodding along to this, a ring on his finger flares and breaks the enchantment, as most nobles have preventative measures for this. He is oblivious, though, to realize that you even cast the spell on him. He's one of those nobles that knows that he's noble and doesn't have the perception to realize that no one tends to like him. I guess I'm sorry for being a jerk, I guess, but enjoy your time in Golden Fields.
All right. Gonna immediately, as we walk away, walk up to Wetzel. Yeah, you see that guy back there? I swear, he used to work at the home that I got set into in Baldur's Gate. Looks exactly like him. I don't know how he got up here and got promoted. I don't know. They have his bad. Anyways, he was deliberately mean to all of us. Gave us horrible food while he was up there eating other food. He'd make fun of some of the older folks that were there. I mean, not, surprise me. I saw him once kick a little support thing out from a little old lady that was walking. Very mean. Very, very mean. So, had to pay him back in a somewhat of a non-violent, violent test of the wills. Mind. So, just let me know when you want to come back with me and we'll kill him together.
I'm sorry, this was all to Wetzel?
Yes, absolutely. All of it was.
Wetzel looks very bemused. And I'll keep that all in mind.
I'll be awake tonight. Just knock on the door 3 times, and we'll come out here and we'll get him. He deserves it. That's all I had for that.
Alrighty. So, with that, what's going on past that?
Well, big city to find one person in. Should we perhaps find someone who can uncurse our friends first?
Oh, I did that.
What?
I specifically took remove curse.
Well, now you tell me.
I took it yesterday.
Why didn't you say anything then?
I was tired.
Ugh. Alright, we're finding a person.
Who has the curse on them?
Silic
I do.
and Astia.
I'm going to first try it on Selic because she's here. Walk up and engulf their hand in my hand and cast remove curse.
Okay. As you do that, your hand engulfs theirs. That little snowflake goes away.
Ah.
Also, if you're attuned to any items, that breaks the attunement.
Does remove curse really break attunement?
But the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object.
That's if
If it's a cursed
they're
object, yeah.
a
If it's
cursed
if
object.
a cursed object.
I just love that as a
Yeah.
side effect. You just accidentally break attunement.
I mean, it wouldn't matter. I'm not tuned to anything.
Does anything else happen?
Astia seems incredibly nervous at this point. Like anxiety coming over her.
I'm gonna do it to her too.
Is you have enough spell slots for that?
I do. I have 2 third-level spell slots, so I'm out of third-level spell slots.
All right, the anxiety goes away.
Okay. There. Humbug.
Alright, time to find this person.
Spending money on the cleric. I'm the best cleric out there, you motherfucker.
Yeah, when we started traveling, you couldn't do that, so, you know.
I know, but I woke up yesterday being able to do it.
And you didn't say anything.
Listen, I'm not the infamous pirate that no one knows.
Shush. Like a very pointed shush as I look around to make sure no one heard that. I'd rather not get kicked out of the city immediately.
I just love the infamous pirate that no one knows.
Oh, actually, that's a good point that I just saw in the chat here. Silik, you are no longer attuned to the head in the bag.
If it's a cursed item.
Yep.
Wait.
Silik is no longer attuned to the head in the
My
bag.
best friend.
Wait a minute. Does remove curse
Yeah.
remove one curse of your choice, or just one curse from the individual, or is it all
At
Or
our
curses?
touch.
Points.
Remove all curses affecting one creature or one object end.
Oh, I fear that when I find that out, I may have to beat you.
Uh,
Actually, wait, it's or one object. I don't think it
Wait.
affects the object. I don't think it.
Okay.
It says
Yeah.
or. I chose you, not object.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
So
also, is it really a curse though if that's like my best friend? Is it really a curse to me or
Yes.
to you? I fear that's more of a curse on you guys. Okay, bless.
Okay. Glad we resolved that.
And no creepy laugh, please.
Wahaha.
Ken, do all the creepy laughs, please.
Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
Just doing the Mandark laugh.
I love him. He was one of my favorite fictional characters.
All right, Susan. All right, let's get back to it.
Oh, DD.
Sorry, I had a little coughing fit there. As soon as I said let's get to it.
How dare. How
Prove
dare.
Easily with bad lungs. All right, so as you guys continue forward, though, looking around at this point, you're in the city. This city is, well, huge. You pass through this great gatehouse. The what do you call it? The wall itself is high, about 20 feet high, all the way around the city. And the first thing that you do see when you come through, however, is G3. You see a 20-foot tall statue of Chante, depicted as a plump, smiling woman standing with her hands on her hips in a garden of golden wheat, surrounded by a dirt roundabout. North of the statue is a stone building with an open front, which hangs a sign that reads the Earth Mother's Bounty.
I think this is a wonderful goddess, as far as I can tell. She seems kind.
A passing person goes. They're a little halfling. Aye, she's the kindest. Gives me good crops and it keeps the fields fertile.
That is good to hear.
Another woman.
I don't suppose.
Ooh,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say another woman passing by. She's like, "Aye, I pray to Shantae a day keeps well most things bad at bay."
I don't suppose either of you know where, and he looks to Ravi once again. Who's the person we're looking for?
Ravi would know it, however, the player does not because the player has the memory of a sparrow. So, Ken.
Yes, I still have it pulled up because I also have the. You're looking for Miros Zelbrin, the son of the Zelbrins killed in Nightstone.
Ravi will relay that.
Miros, I think I know him. I think he's out working at the moment in the North Furrow's End. North part of town, 3-story edifice with arched windows. You'll know it by the life-size statues of rearing horses in front of the door. It is one of the best inns in the area.
Thank you so much for the information.
All right, not a problem.
Wetzel will just start walking.
Mm-hmm.
All right. By the way, the man that you're looking for is literally one of the NPCs that one of you have claimed.
That's fantastic.
Wait, what?
Oh, it's Shalvis Martholio, right?
Miro Selbrin.
Oh, me?
Yes,
that's you.
the one that you have.
Oh, it's the Yeti looking guy.
Yep. So, are you guys heading to that area, the North Furrow End?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that is G8 on the map towards the northern end, which is not the northern end of the city because the book's descriptions are bad with the placements on the map. It's in the dead middle of the city, closer to the east side. In the dead middle of the city. So following the descriptions of like what they were telling you, you get completely lost. However, quickly asking anyone will point you to the right direction, as this is not a hard place to see. You see thin plumes of smoke issue from the many chimneys, as it is a very nice day so far. It's a bit cold and looks like there might be a little rain in the future, but very nice day. You see the life-size statues of the rearing horses flank the double doors. And above the doors hang a wooden sign that proclaims the name of the grand establishment, North Furrow's End, in fancy lettering. West of the main building, you see is a stable house that can looks like it can hold a substantial amount of horses.
Ken,
Uh,
question.
Answer.
So you said that we're in G8.
Yes.
Is there anything around that would point us to say like to a place like a G6?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that. Because G6 literally on the map is just town. G6 encompasses the entirety of. Oh,
so
no.
it's like a G6. Got it. So like a G6, is it possible that we could find like a bar or a place that we could perhaps get alcoholic beverages? I'm not saying that we'd be popping bottles, but you know,
Oh.
I want you to know during this entire thing you've been doing, I've been hovering over the server mute button.
But to answer your question, though, G6 in the map is actually a place known as town. It's not the town, but it is a place that is concentric half rings around a central square where locals tend to socialize and gather for picnics and midday prayers. Orderly rows of wooden longhouses, each one long enough to house 100 people, are in this central face inward towards the central plaza, with the St. Abbey of Shantae off to the southeast. Each longhouse that you pass through the town is a work of art. It's beams sculpted with images of a particular animal, thereby differentiating it from its neighbors. Most of Golden Fields workers that you see seem to be human, but there is quite a few of halflings and gnomes, and a few dwarfs live and work among them, and a large, substantial amount of druids. You do see as well a lot of Emerald Enclave memorabilia, if any of you are members of the Emerald Enclave. I think almost all of you guys are Zents, if memory serves.
Yeah, we're almost all Zents.
I'm not. I'm Lord's Alliance.
Let's just say almost all of you.
I think 3 of us at least are Zent.
Yeah.
Mobility, motherfucker.
In the dead middle of this, though, you see that there are wagons and wheelbarrows parked just about everyone, free for anyone to use. Oxen are, I don't want to say community use, but like the oxens are, you see people just going up to random oxes in the field and just hooking up a wagon and then just moving with them and going about the chores and the days that they need. However, there is a very fun thing in this toward the south part of the town location, and you see that there is a grove of 3 tree ends. You see that as you walk by, you see the trees are literally just chatting with each other in a very slow and lilting, and the way that beings with no sense of or need of time are conversing.
Conversing.
Like, honestly, if you wanted to stop and listen, you would spend probably a full day here just to hear one sentence. And you do see several druids rapidly writing things down to document their conversations along the outside. All the while, an additional one has children climbing all about it, who are screaming with delight as the thing just cautiously bounces them on the branches.
Well, I do believe that this was something of a Ravi-centric task, from what I'm gathering. Would you like to take the lead here?
I guess. I'll start walking towards the... What was the place called?
North Furrows End.
No, I'll start walking towards it. Hey, sorry, I'm yawning.
You're good. As you get into this place, you do see that there is a 3-story stone edifice, like I described a few moments ago. As you walk in, the doors are already opened, and you see a man very much looking like a yeti, very barrel-shaped body with thick white hair covering his arms, chest, and legs. Looks up at you, and he's behind the bar. He smiles and waves as he's cleaning some fresh mugs. Hey, what can I do for you?
Hi, we're looking for somebody who's said to be here. Should be name Miros Zelbrin.
Miros Zelbrin. That would be me. My question still stands. What can I do for you? Also, why do you have the family cat on your shoulder?
Yeah, about that. I'm gonna walk over so I'm not yelling across the entire place. I will walk up to the counter that he's at and say, is there a private place that I can tell you something? It's not great news that I'm bringing you.
And as you get close to the counter, you do see that behind him there's a framed picture, framed artwork of a carnival attraction thing, and it depicts a much younger man. It says, "Come see the Yeti." At the Malignus Family Circus. But he looks at you. Hey, there's a few places. Why, what's this regarding?
I just kind of look over onto my shoulder at the Tressum.
Ah. He nods and, Alright, Darla, take over the bar for a moment for me, please. And a woman will come, one of the bartenders will come and take over the spot at the bar. He'll walk over for a little bit he'll walk over to like a private booth table and
I will
gesture you to
join
sit.
him. I'll sit down and join him, and I'll say, "Look, I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. Your family back in Nightstone, they fell victim to migratory boulders."
He just looks at you. That sounds like a really shite way to say your family's dead.
I mean, I was just telling you the truth. They did fall victim to migratory boulders. We found them under said boulder.
Boulders don't just migrate. What killed them?
A boulder.
He pinches the bridge of his nose. What moved the boulder?
Look, I don't know, man. I just know that they were under a boulder.
Well, I appreciate you letting me know. Keep the cat.
I just nod.
Now, you and your friends, you've traveled a while to be here. I take it. You can stay here for the night for giving me the enjoy the city. And the first mug of Golden Gulp is free here for newcomers.
Ravi's eyes immediately light up a little bit before remembering why she's here and like shoving that reaction down of like, this person still lost family. Let's be a little respectful here. Thank you. I'm sure we all appreciate it. I'm sorry for your loss.
He shrugs. Honestly, haven't talked to him in many years. The guilt will come. There's a reason I ran away and joined the circus.
Ravi just nods.
But please, enjoy the city. Take what you can. Visit the temple. See if you have maybe get some good foods.
I will do so. And Ravi's gonna get up and immediately go for that free drink.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything during this time?
No.
Wetzel probably attempted to get a drink and found out that it's free.
Yeah, and the Golden Gulp is a very, very fine. It's a very fine beer. I'm trying to find an equivalent to it. It's made from fresh wheat and barley. The hops are grown locally. Actually, everything is grown locally. And trying to think of a comparable, almost like a German winter beer, almost.
Okay.
Very pleasant to taste. The hops aren't too overpowering. Something nice to warm you up on a cold winter's night. Can you tell I don't drink beer out of any of the liquors and alcohol beverages that I
It's
had?
okay, I don't really drink much beer either, which is unfortunate for a character who is a little beer centric.
I had one bad experience in college with beer, and it was literally at class or in class, and I can't touch it ever again.
I just don't like the taste of it.
I had a teacher because I took a science and fermentation and brewing class, had me eat a hop,
Oh,
just a raw hop. It was bad. But with that being said,
Yeah, I don't drink either.
nod sagely and believing.
Oh, I didn't hear. I cracked open a beer as soon as I said that.
The crack
Yeah,
didn't come
noise
through.
gate. Noise gate caught it.
yeah.
As far as things go, if there's any roleplay that you guys would love to or like to do, that is something that is absolutely there. As far as progressing the story, there is something that is going to shortly happen, but it being 9:20, I want the full party to be here for that. That might happen, as it is a relatively large initial potential story start for something else happening. So if you guys want to role play, we can absolutely keep going, or just take this as a moment to, and it's just a slightly early tonight, and pick up from
I'm good
here
to
with
end
a
early.
full.
I mean, Ravi can do one small thing. She's just gonna pass out one of those charms for everyone, the little sailor's knot. She's just gonna hand one to everyone and say, "Yeah, good luck charms for everyone."
Wetzel attaches it to his hat so that it's now dangling off to the right.
Figured we could all use some good luck.
Do we detect any tingly magic off this?
None whatsoever.
Okay.
In fact, if anyone was paying attention, you would have seen Ravi whittling these on the entire trip in the air.
All right.
That's it.
I'm
That
good.
was my thing.
Well, with that being said, though, I will say let's end it here for the night. That way we have the rest of the party here when we continue forward in our merry journey of Storm King's Thunder. And yeah, let's thank you so much for playing. By the way, for those of you who have been watching at home, much appreciated. This is our first dual stream on both YouTube and Twitch. So thank you for that. Music tonight has been brought to you by Eihwar with express permission from the band. If you have not checked them out, if you like what you've seen, make sure to like and follow. And if you really like, a subscription goes a long way as well.
Ken,
Yes.
small thing. So you've talked to the people at home that are watching, but what about the people that possibly could be watching or are maybe at work right now and watching? We should probably give them a nice little shout out too.
Absolutely. Anyone watching wherever you are, even if you are in the deep blue sea, I don't know where this is going, but thank you so much for all of your love and support. None of this would be possible without any of you. The biggest thing, though, it wouldn't be possible without any of the players. You guys are fantastic. You guys are wonderful. I could not do this without any of you. Lastly, we do have, I do want to wish everyone who's been watching and in the community for a while, happy holidays. If you celebrate the Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you celebrate any of the others, such as Yule, that was the other day, the solstice, all of them, happy holidays from Odyssey of Eternity to all of you. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season and be safe into the new year. With that being said, we do have a couple announcements. We are offering, if you would like any Odyssey of Eternity specials, I have painting commissions opening on Fiverr. I also have and that's just Fiverr.com. You can look up Odyssey of Eternity. I'm there, and I'm doing painted miniatures on there now. If we have other tables as well, if you'd like to join those as well. We have a Cyberpunk game starting every other Sunday, which is starting to actually get ready to fire. We have a few people that are interested, and we are almost to the point where we can start playing that game. If you want to start into with a brand new, absolutely awesome RPG every other Sunday, starting shortly. Check that out at startplaying.games/Odyssey of Eternity, and you'll find us there. As far as anything else goes, I think that's it. We have a merch store, links in bio. Other than that, yeah, really awkward at these things.
Yep. And we really only really want fans going to his links in his bio to purchase the merch. Just only fans.
No, there is no such thing as that, I promise. Because
I'm gonna have you end that sentence there, Ken, because
Yeah.
I don't need you to go any further.
that's what
As your friend, I'm gonna say you end that sentence there.
Yep, that's what I said. It doesn't exist. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.